today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. First down is Kaepernick. And the Raiders have got him. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20. The 19-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
38-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mariota.
God damn.
And now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 19 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They certainly certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mariota now from the 50. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
45-yard line.
First down, Mariota. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now this throw caught left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver's offense ready to go again. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progression. It's not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
This defense very accustomed to trying to stop Melvin Gordon. It's the same division, the AFC West, but a different uniform for Gordon, spending 5 years with the Chargers before joining these Broncos in the offseason.
Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
To throw is Mariota. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Denver.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7. Broncos nothing.
2nd and 10.
To throw is Kaepernick. Got Gordon open, completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
Makes The score, Raiders 7, Broncos 3.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. Aguilar has it. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
32-yard line.
Play fake. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders, and it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. This kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
You finished all your homework?
Yeah.
Check in a little bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Who are you throwing the ball to, man?
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Steps away to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Raiders 14.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The 21-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it'll bring up third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, Mariota. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And incomplete. It's second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Again, it's Mariota. He'll let this go deep for
Man,
runs.
get the fuck
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Oh, yeah. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
The Broncos. They'll take over first
The
down.
white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Broncos 13.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They go play action. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
A.J. Boye on the coverage.
Throwing, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mariota again. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Buying time to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Man,
Pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tanner Muse there defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jonathan Hankins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 30 on second down, Mariota. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Not much there, only a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He'll have a first down past the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. This is the tight end fan. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nick Vanette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before.
As down he goes, brought down a Raider under sack. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Nelson Aguilar, 79 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. Their momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second.
A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Being chased out left.
Kaepernick on the keeper.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. Again, he targets Jeudy, and this time the catch made. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Kaepernick now on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jonathan Hankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down at the 28. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Raiders 28.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delayed game, offense.
You gotta be smarter than that, man. Come on.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So the Broncos now down by 6. The time, a huge factor. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. And,
crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 21 yards. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next.